So this is Subspace D&D episode I Lost Count. Last session, you guys broke out of jail, or Weeb, Demonia, and Mort, with the help of Skylar. Skylar also met a strange individual, very classy looking, very... Essentially, he just had a very powerful presence because of his very manicured beard. It was perfect, it was trimmed, it was beautiful, along with a mustache as well. The man slightly started to show a more of a domineering presence as he was probing Skylar's mind with some unknown magic to Skylar, where he was able to retrieve some information, and metaphorically, as if he was fumbling his fingers through a bunch of folders, and he pulled out the folder that was titled Corwin Attleberry, fumbled through it, read all the information he needed, and then lit the folder back into his mind and let go of the magic. He offered Skylar a special-looking coin, and Skylar left it with him. The man vanished in a poof of smoke. Skylar left the coin on the table after seeing it had an immense heat. Not enough to where it would burn you if you held it, but it could burn you if you held it for too long. He left it on the table, and then unknowingly it reappeared into his backpack, where he has not noticed that coin has been transported to his backpack, seemingly for no possible way of having been transported. You guys got out of jail, and you were fumbling through this big crowd, and at the same time, Mort had disappeared. Skylar went to go find him, and he found him on a rooftop, where Mort put a arrow into his shoulder. And they had a little bit of an argument, and then Mort and Skylar reasoned with each other, and Mort decided to come down to the building. Before that, he did warn Skylar that there were some hooded individuals who were planning an attack that he overheard coming with the Night Circus Ventures arriving right now. Mort did a leap of faith, jumped off the building discreetly, and fell into a hay pile where he landed safely. Skylar, still on top of the building, looked across the way, and he saw a man in robes with a skeletal-like facial feature, holding a strange green glowing orb that was growing in his palm, almost like a fireball, but of a green color. Holding it above his head, he threatened the Night Circus Ventures and the people of Baden's Rock to grovel before him or perish. Demonia and Orbweeb, you two are together down in the crowds by the main street that leads directly to the mayor's hall, where everybody has gotten off the main street and onto the sidewalk, so the Night Circus Ventures can travel safely through this main road and do their little show and stuff before they unpack and get ready to have their little circus town event. An event you guys weren't particularly made super aware of. In previous sessions, you guys got to Baden's Rock at a request of Corwin Attleberry, who had a request from a knight who said that the mayor's son was missing, and they were offering 2,000 gold for the recovery of his son and the other missing children. You guys got to Baden's Rock after fighting a displacer beast, and you met a nice couple who was running an inn. And the man who was running the inn was married to an older woman, and the older woman had vanished. At the same time, you guys seemingly forgot of her existence, as well as she had been erased from your minds. A number of individuals have since gone missing, and most of them have been erased from your minds. You were also given a portrait that you guys had seemingly paid for that had an artistic painting of each of you standing next to each other in the main streets of Baden's Rock. One individual in this painting was unknown to you. He was of tiefling origin, and he was a little shorter than Demonia, but taller than Orbweeb. About the same height as Corwin. Looking at the painting, you guys have no idea who this could have been, but you did recover a diary left in your inn titled by the owner of Dante Mortho. You guys figured he might have been your stalker, or he could have been some kind of assassin. You're not sure. It makes Demonia uneasy with the last name, but Demonia has concerns. This man has not appeared. You still remember him, and you don't know. Well, you don't remember him, sorry. And you don't know where this individual would have been or why he would have been in this painting with you. Also, to include, O'Flanagan has disappeared as well, but you still retain your memory of O'Flanagan. He has vanished seemingly without a trace after having gone back to the tavern where some kind of fight took place, chairs were flipped, tables were destroyed, and nobody ever saw O'Flanagan come inside. His footsteps seemed to end at the front doors. After that, Corwin Attleberry was slain by the Diamond Runners' leader when you guys got into a bad bout where you had to fight for your lives against these Diamond Runners who were thieving a alcohol delivery that was being shipped to a neighboring village a mile away that had alcohol cargo, which could relate to why the Circus Night Adventures have arrived to this town. Do you guys have any questions?
It's a pretty solid recap.
Thank you. That was literally, I had not prepared for that. My brain just kept like, oh wait, there was this. So I just kept talking until I got all of it out.
I think.
But wait, there's more.
I think you got all of it.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. So, there's a man standing on top of this building. He's holding this magical glowing orb of a green essence above his head. He has members standing behind him. They're all brandishing their their dark-colored robes with the hoods that go over their head. And the crowds aren't really panicked. They're almost overly curious. You can hear murmurs, people saying, "Is this some kind of event? What's going on? Ooh, pretty." And you can tell the skull-mannered man, he's standing on a rooftop, seemingly at the same height of the rooftop Skylar is standing on. Skylar, to your perspective, he is across the roadway. There's two men behind him just standing. You can't quite see their faces, but you can see this man's face quite clearly. He has a face of a skeleton. There's no flesh, no skin. You see, in the dark holes where the eyes would be, it's just two glowing green orbs. You're not sure where that could be, why, or what, but you can make your assumptions. You can tell at the same level, you see that glowing orb above his head, and I would like you to give me a, insight check, please. 12. Okay, so Skylar, as you're gazing upon him, you see him looking upon the crowds. He says, "Drop all of your money and your valuables, and we will allow most of you to walk away unscathed." You look upon him and you see there's like a flicker, almost like a glitch in the Matrix type deal, where his whole body and the people behind him just seem to shimmer, only for a moment. You could almost second guess yourself and think you might have imagined it, but you did see it for a split second. Demonia and Orbweeb. You're standing, you're looking up, and you see this green orb manifesting from this man's palm, and it's growing above his head. And people don't really seem panicked. They seem enticed and interested because they believe this is some kind of popular show or trick or, event. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you two want to do?
What to do?
What to do? I'm
Or so
gonna
much
go
information,
find
just-
more.
Yeah. You're gonna go find more. So the crowds are
Yeah.
pretty dense. You did start
Did
muscling
I
your way
see him
towards
jump
more.
off of the roof?
I think we
Give
all
me
did,
a-
right?
I think we all did too, but I
Perception.
honestly can't remember.
Since none of us can recall, give me a perception check.
Fair
Each
enough.
of you. Skylar, you
Okay.
did see him jump off the roof.
Yeah, I was like,
obviously.
he was literally in front of me.
Yeah,
so-
you didn't see it. You didn't see it. He was too quick for you.
It's too good. I got a 22.
8.
Oh.
Damn.
Demonia, you saw it.
Duality of role.
You saw Bartholomew fall beneath the crowd, and that was it. Orbweeb, you saw Bartholomew tumble over the side of the building, but then somebody stepped in your way and it kind of blocked your view from seeing more.
Shit.
Now, I'd like
Well-
to ask you both real fast before you decide what to do next. How do you feel about what's happening around you? keep in mind, there's crowds blocking most of your vision. There's some kind of terrorist standing above a building. Bartholomew has fallen. Skylar's top of a roof. You just escaped jail. Flanagan's missing. What are on your minds, especially with the Night Circus Ventures arriving, Demonia?
Demonia's fucking freaked. She wants to get the fuck away from this Night Circus Ventures over anything else that is happening right now. That's her top priority. She said, "Fuck them kids. I gotta get out of here." She's petrified.
I don't blame her.
So her whole goal right now is just moving in any way with the crowd, the direction that the Night Circus Ventures are. Like, with how thick the crowd is, she can't really do that, but just away.
Yeah. Okay, so you're trying to like back, because right now the crowd's kind of moving towards the Night Circus Ventures.
Yeah, I'm trying to like fight against that actively.
Yeah. Orbweeb, what about you?
I don't think Orbweeb has felt anything except for stressed for the last like 3 weeks. So
what kind of toll is that taking on her?
She's considering giving up, but she also understands that she's in a position right now where she can't do that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just take it second by second until there's a moment to breathe.
Okay.
And maybe run away.
I like that. All right. As you two are, shuffling towards where Bartholomew fell, I would like both of you to give me perception checks.
12.
12 and what was Orweeb's roll?
Oh, sorry, you wanted me to roll too? I thought you said
sorry.
just
Perception checks on both of you. You're overhearing what people are talking about as you're shuffling towards where Mort is.
Gotcha.
We're perceiving Orweeb.
10. I'm obviously doing a terrible job.
So you both hear generally the same thing. You hear murmurs. People are talking about the Night Circus Ventures. As you can tell, the tourist population is higher than usual. And it's because most people knew the Night Circus Ventures were on their way.
Not us.
You hear different phrases. You hear, "Where's the alcohol? I wonder if they're serving Ever Clever. Do you think the tavern's open? When does the show really begin?" You hear, "Is this how they're going to re-reveal the Red Dragon?" And these, so on and so forth as you continue marching through this crowd. You get to Bartholomew's location, and you see there's a giant hay pile, Demonia, where Bartholomew would have landed.
Okay.
You don't see him.
Awesome. That's great. Can I make like a perception check to see if I see him just like darting into the crowd anywhere?
You can give me an investigation on disadvantage.
I respect that. 15.
15. Okay, so you look around and you do see a foot sticking out of the hay pile.
I'm gonna run over and
claws.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay.
You dig into the hay pile and you see Bartholomew is just laying in there, and he looks up. He's like, "Hi, Demonia."
I'm gonna just grab him and be like, "We need to go."
Okay,
right,
nods
you need
and he gets to his feet, and he's like, "Where are we going?"
I'm just like shaking him, and just like without even, we need to just wherever we could. We got to get away from those guys. We got to get away from those guys. We have to go.
But Skylar's still up on the rooftop.
That's fine. We don't know that guy. We gotta go.
Okay. And you see Mort is eager to follow Demonia's lead. Or what
right,
are you doing?
Do I see any of that?
Yeah, you're with Demonia.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Leaving. I'm just blindly following them at this point. I don't know what the fuck to do.
I'm like grabbing Orweeb and grabbing them and like almost just losing my fucking mind trying to pull myself away from the Night Ventures.
Okay. Skylar, back up to you on the rooftop. You saw that shimmer for just a moment. The man continues across the way. "Ah, you think this is some kind of joke? Consider this a warning." You see he has his hand above him, and he waves his hand down, and the people behind him seem to maneuver strangely as he does. The green glowing orb flies down to the crowd, and as it impacts Demonia, Orweeb, or Bartholomew, give me dexterity saving throws.
I almost rolled deception for some reason.
Whew! Bartholomew is taking half damage.
17.
17 and 19? Okay.
a good time to roll higher.
Okay. You are each taking 12 damage as you're going to go make your way. Kaboof! Almost like a fiery explosion just explodes, and you guys are looking around as this fiery embers just overtake your vision. Just before they do, you see what looks like people flying, being exploded, charred, torn apart by this explosion that came seemingly from probably the rooftops. And you go flying towards the ground, and you see there's dirt, smut, ashes flowing around you. Each of you have lost track of where your friends are. Demoina, you're on the ground, and your ears are ringing, like a deafening from the explosion happening right next to you. You feel the cinders and the embers burning from you, and you look down, and you see your clothes are actually on fire. What do you want to do?
Start beating that out. I'm gonna try my best, like, because I'm wearing robes, so I'm gonna maybe try to grab the bottom of my robe and smack out the fire on me.
Okay. Are you just
give
me a dexterity save.
Okay, that's a little weird.
You gotta beat a 12. You're just trying to put out the flames.
Yeah. 17.
17. Okay, you're taking half damage. You take 2 damage as the flames you smother them and they get dismissed. But you do take 2 damage in the process of trying to smack out the flames. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to look around and figure out where I am in comparison to like the night ventures.
Okay. You're looking around. Give me investigation on disadvantage.
Okay.
You're looking around and you're trying to take in everything around you. Skylar, keep in mind if you're in a roll, Annika. Skylar, you're on the rooftop and you saw this green glowing orb go flying down toward the crowd, and you move an arm toward the crowd instinctually, like your instinct was to help them, but you're too far and it's too unreasonable to do anything to stop it in time. The green glowing orb slaps into the crowd in a giant flash of light. You're blinded for just a moment, and as the flash clears, you can hear the screams of women, men, and children. And you look down and you see what looks like investigation checks.
Looks like an investigation.
Well, it looks like investigation checks.
Looks like nothing if you roll bad enough.
20. Okay. So, you look down and you see what looks like people are torn to smithereens. Some people are blown in half. You see a man just charcoaled to death. You see young children crying. And you see there's older people trying to gather together. Some people looking around. You see Demonia or Weeben Bartholomew are all laying prone, and you can't quite tell if they're alive or not, but they all look like they took a decent amount of fiery damage. The man across the way, you look over to him and you see with your investigation check, he's raising his arm back up again. And as he's raising his arm back up again, the 2 robed men behind him also do a weird maneuver that you don't quite take much attention to in the moment. As he's raising his arm back up above his head, you see that green glowing orb is flowing into his palm once more. What do you want to do?
How far away is he?
He's about 50 feet across from you.
Alright, I'm going to use my face step. And I'm going to go across, and when I come out of it, I'm going to try and slash down on his arm. I'm going to try and cut his arm off.
Okay. You step towards the edge of this building, and you go to take a step off. And as you do, and you appear on the other side, and as you materialize before him, you see him raising his arm above his head, and his fingers get to his eyebrows. He looks at you, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" You may now take your attack of opportunity against him.
Fuck him up.
14.
14 to hit. You hit. Give me damage.
Thank God. It's the only one within reason.
5 damage. You slash down across his chest, and you see he stumbles backward, and he brings back his palm, and he's like, "Knock it off!" Orbweed.
No.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm laying on the ground,
Yep.
presumably face down.
Yep.
I'm gonna get up.
Okay, yeah, you stand up. You want to give me investigation real fast? See what you see. Or perception, your choice. Each will reveal something different.
I rolled a nat 1. I
Nat
can't
1.
see.
You're looking around, but you don't see anything. You have ashes.
That's fine.
The ashes of the flames are in your eyes, and you take a sniff.
Nah, they're just shut. I'm too afraid to open them.
You feel a pain in your eyeballs, but you're too afraid to open them from what could have happened. And you sniff for a moment, and you smell what smells like burning hair.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, no.
The burning hair. Can I feel around my body?
Yeah, you feel around your body, and then you take.
Anything hot?
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
That'd be a yes.
That'd be a 12. 5. You take 1 damage as you take one of your hands just reaches into your hair, and you get singed instantly because your hair is on fire.
I'm stopping, dropping, and rolling, baby.
Okay, give me a stop, drop, and roll. Give me a. Do you want to? How do you want to go about it? Do you want to do a strength save as you're rolling along the ground, or a dexterity save? Each will yield different results.
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay, give me a dex save.
12.
12. You're rolling along the ground, and you manage to pat out the flames that are happening across your body without seeing. You do reach up to your hair, and you feel it has shortened considerably.
Oh.
Skylar. You're on the rooftop, and you just slash at the man, and he brings his arm back. I want you to give me a dex save.
12.
12. You take 5 damage as one of the men behind him, you see he waves his arms, and that's like this transparency, silvery essence kind of just flickers from his palms, and suddenly a crossbow bolt goes flying towards you, and it shoots you in the shoulder. Strangely enough, this man's not holding a crossbow. You do take 5 damage.
Casters. All right.
Casters.
What do you want to do?
How are they? Is everyone right there pretty close?
Yeah, so the 2 men behind him are about 10 feet behind him, and the main man with the skeletal face, is about in your attack range, so within 5 feet.
Excellent. I'm gonna do Hail of Thorns on all of them.
Okay, parameters?
They need to beat dexterity saving throw. They need to beat 13.
Okay, here's 1. 1 got a 14.
Okay.
1 got a 2. 1 got a nat 1. So,
All right.
Wow.
Cast that.
yeah, the leader got a nat 1, and then 1 got 2, and 1 got 14. So 1 saved.
Okay. So that is 5 damage to everyone who did not save. So that would be 3 to the one that did.
Okay. All right, you bring out your hands, and suddenly this like orange cloud forms above your head, and out comes hailing thorns of almost a fiery essence, and it rains upon them. And you see as the thorn and the cloud clears, they still seem upright and mobile. The other one is going to move against you.
Can I do my other action?
Yeah, what do you got?
I'm gonna use my short sword. The main dude. I'm gonna try and cut his arm off again.
Okay, and Hail of Thorns is a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you doing?
What?
Slashing with the short sword.
Alright, give me the hit.
18.
You hit, give me damage.
Another 5.
Another 5. So you bring your sword and you slash at the man again that's holding this green orb. And you feel your sword rip through him, and he collapses to the ground. You see as he falls to the ground, there's a similar shimmering effect, just for a moment. But just again, a split second, and it's gone. And he's just a skeletal remains with a black robe hanging over him. Now lifeless, the green orbs fade from his eyes. You see the 2 men behind him back up in a panic, and they go to turn and run. What do you want to do? You have an attack opportunity to use your reaction, so you can strike one of them. Or both of them with an AoE.
Shove him off the roof.
From your perspective, Skylar, that reminds me. You're on the edge of this rooftop. They are running along the buildings, like away from you.
Okay.
Deeper into the building tops.
I'm gonna use my last spell slot. I'm gonna try and do ensnaring strike on one of them. See if I can question.
Parameters.
Strength save, DC 13.
DC 13, and you're striking the one that hit you with the crossbow bolt, or the one that did not?
Whoever's the closest.
Closest? Okay. Is strength save, you said?
Yep.
16. Flat.
So it does. Still takes the damage, but it'll be half of... 1, and he's not ensnared.
Okay. You see, you go to ensnare him, and this branch wraps around his foot from the rooftop, and then breaks away, and he runs through it, and they fade across the rooftop. As they get to a certain distance, you hear what sounds like a and like a wind gust. You look beneath your feet, and you look down, and you can see what just looks like an ordinary man, no longer in a black robe, no longer a skeletal figure, just laying dead beneath your feet. Slashed, his guts spilling out onto the rooftop. Orbweeb, Demonia, and Mort. Demonia, what are you doing?
I rolled a perception to see how far away I was from the Night Venture Circus, and he told me to roll a disadvantage. I got a 20 and a 25 somehow.
Okay.
So I perceived very well.
In the smoke and flames, you can tell you're about 30-ish feet away, but you can't quite see any members of the Night Circus Ventures because there's so much smoke and panic happening around you.
That's going to relieve me a little bit, just that I'm hidden within a large, bumbling crowd.
If you were to look around you, though, there is a considerable amount of space now because people have spread out and died.
I was going to say, and blew up, so...
Yeah, and blew up.
That takes some space.
Yeah.
I'm going to start, kind of... Is there, a building... Am I still kind of near that building that I was near? Or am I, just kind of in a big open space? Because I want to start, backing up behind a building.
Yeah, okay, so you're back out on the main side street, kind of in the middle.
Okay.
This Night Circus Ventures is on the main road. So if you were to picture it, you have the main road that runs towards the mayor's office, and then you guys are on the side street that kind of goes like this. The Night Circus Ventures is, right here. You're, right here.
I'm going to start, backing up down the road, and can I, while I'm doing that, kind of make an investigation to see if I can see Orbweeb or Mort?
Yeah, no, you don't have to do an investigation because you rolled well enough. You can, as you're trying to make a move, you look around and you do see what looks like a Mortholomew passed out on the ground, and you do see Orbweeb smacking out flames on her hair with her eyes closed. Her hair is considerably shorter.
I'm gonna look over at Orbweeb, mutter under my breath, and be like, damn. And just kind of fight with myself for a minute between running away and running over to them, and I'm gonna just dash over to them real quick and grab Orbweeb on the side.
Okay.
Or on your shoulder.
Orbweeb, you're trying to pat out these flames on your shoulder or in your hair, and you feel the length has shortened. Suddenly you feel someone grab you by the shoulders. What do you want to do?
Well, the first thing, she starts crying.
Yeah.
Which should hopefully fix the eye issue.
Cry the ash
in a little bit, it will.
The second she feels that shoulder on her hand, she's smacking it away and yelling, "Who are you?"
Okay, yeah, Demonia, your hand gets slapped away, and you see Orbweeb looks up to your general direction, eyes fully closed.
Eyes closed.
Yeah, eyes fully closed, but her head up to your general direction and yells at you. Who are you?
I'm gonna yell down, Demonia, it's Demonia! We gotta go! Grab Mort! Can you open your eyes?
What are you doing?
The relief of hearing that it's Demonia, she just starts sobbing.
I'm gonna
just start sobbing.
I'm gonna grab her by the shoulders and be like, "Stop being useless! We have to leave! grab Bartholomew.
I can't see. I
Suck
can't
it up.
see.
I'm gonna run over
I know
to where
I am.
I'm gonna just stop her and be like, stay there, and run over to Bartholomew. And
She's gonna stay right there and just.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go over to Bartholomew. You see he's passed out on the ground, and you can see his scaly skin is like just painted in ash across his face. It looks like he took the explosion directly to one side of his head.
I'm gonna grab his shoulders and just start shaking the shit out of him and yell at his face.
Okay, you're shaking him, you're yelling in his face, but he is not waking up.
I'm gonna try to pick him up.
Okay, give me strength.
Okay. My strength isn't good. Got a 4.
Can you try
You got
harder?
a 4.
Damn.
You try to lift up more, and he just slumps back onto the ground. With your
Alright.
perception checks, you and your passive perception, you can look upon Mort, and you can see the side of his face that took damage is severely damaged.
I'm gonna just lean down then and cast Cure Wounds upon him, like touch the side of his face that's
Okay. You
severely
rest your
damaged.
hand against his face that's severely damaged, and you cast Cure Wounds, and you see some of the ashy skin and damage and scarring tissue patches up a little bit. Just then, you see Mort's damaged eye kind of blinks open, and what was once a midnight blue iris is now more of a blinded white. You see he
That's just like
blinks, and he's like, "Who is there?" And he's like trying to regather his consciousness.
I'm gonna grab Mort. Also, he healed 13.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab him by the shoulders and be like, can you stand up?
Let's see if he can stand up.
Can he?
He got? No, he cannot. You see, he
All
goes
right.
to stand himself up, and he stumbles back onto his knees. And you see he just kind of like starts passing out again.
All right, I'm gonna run back over to Orbweave, grab her by the shoulders again, and be like, "Don't panic, it's me. You need to help me lift Mort.
I can't
We have
see.
to get out of here."
I can't see.
Ah!
Can I try to open my eyes?
Yeah, give me a strength save.
This is Demoinia's worst nightmare. This is like,
Beat a 15.
Oh, I'm not doing that with a -1.
You never know. Maybe get that 20.
6.
6. You go to open your eyes, and you can feel like debris in both eyes. From your perspective, you took an explosion directly to the front of your face.
That's awesome. I love that for me.
So there's a
much.
bunch of stuff just in your eyes. You weren't close
have a
enough
water
to take
skin.
skin damage, but you have debris like in your eyeballs.
I have a water skin with water in my bag. Can I grab that out and like start throwing it into Orbweave's eyes?
Yeah. You take your water skin and you dump it all onto her face and her eyes, and you forcefully prop open her eyes and start cleaning them out. Or I believe in this process, you do take 1 damage.
Fair enough.
Like that.
And you do clean the debris from your eyes. You can now see again, but the light is overstimulating.
Okay, with half my fucking vision, where is Mort?
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, "You need to be real strong right now."
Okay.
Point over at Mort. Be like, "If we don't get him out of here, you're gonna really regret that later."
I know. Where? Let's try.
And then I'm gonna direct her back towards Mort's body. Be like, "I healed him a little. He was hit directly to the face. He just
See
keeps
both.
coming in and out of consciousness."
All right, before we go to lift him, I'm gonna cast guidance on both of us.
Okay.
Oh, that's smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
add
1d4, right?
It's 1d4 added to our checks.
Okay. 1d4 added to your checks. Give me the strength roll.
Couple of weak bitches.
Oh,
We're gonna need
athletics.
it.
Full of weak fucking.
Oh,
bitches,
athletics! I
man.
just rolled a 19 on
19
strength.
fine.
Come on.
19's fine.
Okay.
You don't have to
I was
reroll
like,
it because it's just
I have
if I
a
say
minus
give me
1 on
strength.
athletics and strength, so.
So real fast, if I say give me athletics or whatever, and it's related to that same stat, but you already rolled a strength, just keep it,
Okay.
regardless.
Okay.
If you want it, you're also welcome. If I say give me a strength check, you can look at your
I
skills.
rolled a
and
nat
be,
20.
There you go. But you can look at your skills and be like, well, can I do athletics? They're like, yeah.
Okay.
Because in that moment, I don't have a whole list of like all the skills in my head because there's so much going on. So you're welcome
fair.
to negate it and be like, hey, can I do athletics instead? I'll probably say yes. But if you already rolled
It's
like this, just keep it. Don't re-roll. So yeah,
I rolled
you
a
both,
nat 20, but it's -1, so it was 19.
still nat 20. You both go to Moore and you successfully lift him up into your arms and you're carrying Bartholomew.
All right, Demonia, you got a lead. I can't see.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, we just need to get away from those people, and I'm gonna point vaguely towards the road where the Night Ventures Circus is. Be like, trust me, I can't be around them, so we have to go this way. And I'm just gonna start walking, like speed walking, so I don't throw Orbeeb off because our height difference is a lot, and she can't see. So I'm like kind of guiding her, speed walking the other direction.
Okay. Yeah, you guys start making your way and Des Moines is leading.
I blindly follow.
Okay.
Get it?
Skylar. Yeah. Skylar. You're on that rooftop and you see they're fading into the distance across the rooftops. The man beneath your feet has shimmered and now he's just a normal looking man, no skeletal face. You see he looks to be half elf. Darker, longer hair, with a greenish tint. He has brown eyes, probably in his 30s. You've never seen him before, but he's definitely not a skeletal man.
You said he just had like a black robe on.
He does not have a black robe anymore. He just has normal
that
common
went away
clothing.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. So
Just killed
the
the
other two people are just going across the rooftop and fading from view.
Yeah, they're about 60 feet away from you now.
I can still hit that. I'm gonna shoot one with a
I
bow.
can still hit that.
Okay. Give me an attack.
That's 21.
And what's the range on your bow?
Uh,
That's a short bow.
320 feet.
Oh shit. Okay.
300?
21 to hit. You see one arrow goes flying and it goes and stabs toward the man that shot you. Give me a damage.
Give me damage.
Man, I all ones on these d6. That's 5.
And the arrow pierces him and you see he stumbles for a moment, but they successfully fade.
Damn. All right. Do I happen to see? Because I'm still at the edge. If I look over, do I see Demonia or Weeb and Mort?
Give me investigation because there's a lot of chaos down there right now.
That
Like a Where's Waldo situation.
Yeah. There's smoke, damaged goods, people
13.
blown to smithereens. Huh?
13.
13. What do you third? You got? Is that a 5?
I'm on advantage with investigation rolls
Why?
because of the Blood Hunter's right with the mutagen path and being a level 2 ranger. I have the little A next to all of arcane.
It's
history.
situational though.
Ah, fine. All right, then it'd be
Stranger, you have favored terrain. So what's your favorite terrain?
that would be the forest. All right, no, you're
So,
right.
yeah.
So it'd be the 13. It'd be the first one.
Okay.
Because that was
All
the
right.
first roll.
So 13. So in the future, keep that in mind. Okay. So 13. You look upon the crowd. You do see Orbweeb, Bartholomew, and Demonia. You see chaos. You see the Night Circus Ventures seems unscathed. You see there's a man in the Night Circus Ventures road, a little heavier, larger, human. He has this like black top hat and this dark tuxedo, and he's looking around, and you see he's brandishing this firearm. It's a firearm you've seen before. It's a flintlock, and it's a rather popular one from your whereabouts and your work. And you do know that this particular flintlock is usually only carried by very wealthy men. It's more of a trophy than really a damage causer. It looks really nice, but if you were to be shot with it, your chances of living are higher than a standard soldier's flintlock. The name fades you at the moment, but you have seen this particular weapon before at some point. This exact weapon, I should say, you have seen at some point, but you can't recall.
get to that later. I'm gonna try and follow them while on the rooftop, try and keep an eye out.
Or I believe Demonia and Mort.
Yeah.
So right now they're across the way, so you can do if you can do another one of your steps to teleport.
Per short rest. All right, I'm gonna.
So you're 50 feet across from the other side of the main street. So you can drop down to the main street into the chaos, or you can go somewhere else.
Or you can do something else. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb down.
Climb
Try and
down.
get to
Okay,
them.
give me an athletics or an acrobatics. Both will yield different results.
Can do athletics. Fucking 6.
Okay, so you go to start climbing down. And you see you start to slip, and your fingers let go, and you go stumbling downward. Give me a dexterity saving throw to grab something before you hit the ground.
24.
Say 124. All right, so you go stumbling down toward the ground, and you luckily grab a there's a metal rod sticking out that brandishes a flag waving in the wind, and you grab onto the flag, and you are dangling 30 feet above the ground. Nothing else to grab onto except the floor beneath your own feet if you were to fall. What would you like to do?
Can I shimmy to? Am I holding onto the flag or the pole itself?
You're holding onto the pole itself.
Okay. Can I shimmy over to the building and then try and find a finger hold in the foot spot in the footlock?
Okay, so you shimmy closer to the building, and you see there's a windowsill you can try to prop your foot onto.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay, so if you're gonna prop your feet on there, you got to figure out where you want your hands. Where do you want your hands? There's only just the one windowsill, and the windowsill is about 4 inches, so you barely have a footing there.
If I were to drop, is there another thing I could possibly grab onto?
No. This windowsill is the last one before you just plummet down towards the pavement.
Then I'm going to not put my foot there. I'm going to try and swing my hands over to it. I'm going to let go and just swing and try and grab onto it.
Okay, acrobatics. You gotta be a 17.
18.
18. Okay. You swing over, and your fingers latch on to the windowsill. And your feet go swinging into the brick beneath the window, and you manage to just keep yourself dangling by that windowsill. You're 25 feet above the ground.
Christ.
Other fall.
I wish.
Yeah, right. As if.
All right. Am I on like a quarter of a building, or am I like along the flat side of
It's
it?
like along the flat side, yeah.
Of course it fucking is.
Because you're on the main street. So when you're on the other side, you teleported to the other side of the street onto the building. So you were facing along this face of the main street.
face of
So
it.
drop down, you're along the main face of the building.
All right. I'm gonna try and drop 25 feet and roll at the end of it to try and transfer the overall energy of it, so I don't take as much damage. I know I'm gonna hurt my feet, but I'm gonna try to not hurt my feet.
I can
Okay.
roll 30 feet in the air.
I'll allow it. But I want you to know the DC is high.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I respect that.
All right.
It's like playing Baldur's Gate. It's like
Give
I'm
me-
just gonna jump.
The DC
Well-
99.
Nat 20. Let's go.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics or a dex save, your choice.
Oh, I'd rather do a deck save.
You already rolled it. Okay. So you go plummeting toward the ground. You let go. How do you want to let go? Do you just like release your hands? Are you pushing yourself off?
Just kind
Any
of letting go
flare?
and then kind of guiding my hand along the wall.
Okay. So you let go and you're gliding your hand along this wall. And for a moment, your ankle kind of catches, or the bottom of your foot on the right side kind of catches the building bricks a little bit too much. and it kind of spins you out and it pushes you off the side of the building, and you go flying outward toward the main street by about a few feet off your normal trajectory. You go plummeting towards the ground, and just before you do, any hope of doing a barrel roll to escape this has completely fleeted your mind as you go plummeting toward the ground face first. Just before you make smack, we'll take a break.
Good timing. I gotta pee.
Me too.
I had a feeling there was a text coming, so
It's still gonna hurt though. I don't know.
12 damage.
I mean,
Yeah.
You smack into the ground surface, and you go kind of arm first. Your left arm is very sore. Anything in your left arm will be on disadvantage until you long rest. So you smash into the ground, and you kind of roll onto your back and look up in the sky. You can hear what sounds like people screaming, panic, glass being shattered as this explosion has begun to grow into an overall panic/riot. You can hear the sounds of bells ringing and guards forming to try to gain control of the situation. Some flames are still fuming and raging, and you can look over and you can see the Night Circus Ventures down the road as you are literally like in their road path. You can see them trying to pull out, like they're going to leave the village and come back. Like you only assume, but they probably will.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I'd leave too.
Yeah. You're looking around, you've lost track of Orbweedmore and Des Moines, but people are running around, and there are some people trying to run over you, like step on you, run past you. They're paying no concern to your body laying on the ground there. I want you to either give me a strength save if you want to power people away from you as they go run over you, or a dexterity save to power yourself away from people when they go run over you.
Trying to move out of the way.
Move out of the way? Okay. The hero path.
25.
25. Yeah, you manage, as people run past you, you manage to just throw yourself out of the way and kind of roll and dodge and jump. You eventually get to your feet, and you're still just kind of dodging at people's way. People are just scrambling past you into the main streets. Des Moines, where are you going?
well, we're still carrying Mort, right?
Yep. But you're
Um,
leading.
I'm continuing like down side streets. So like the side
Okay.
street that I'm on, trying to dodge people. I don't know if the area we're in is also just chaos. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, no, the entire area you guys are in is a very dense crowd, so it's panic, just as I described.
Yeah.
You're carrying more. I want you both to either give me a strength save or a dex save to keep carrying more. Strength is you bashing people out of your way. Dex is you dodging out of people's way.
I had a 14.
14
To
on
dodge.
dex. Okay, for dodging.
Is my guidance buff still there?
Yeah,
Oh, can I add a 1d4 to that?
yep. That's concentration, so as long as you stay concentrated.
+2.
Yeah.
she's-
Okay, 2. So it's a 16, I think.
Yeah, 16.
And
13.
13. Yeah, so you were you doing dex or strength? Or we
Dex.
dex? Okay, you guys both managed to dodge out people's way. So you're making your way down the streets. You take a left turn into an alleyway. It's a dead end, but you do go down about one city block through this alley. Not many people are still there, but you do come across the alleyway where there is nobody, as I described. And you come to the end of it, and you're carrying more in your arms, and you guys can hear panic out in the streets. If you look down to the main street, you can see people just running around.
I'm gonna look at Orby and be like, maybe we should take a moment. There's
Yeah.
nobody here. We should
Yeah.
see how Mort is doing.
Yeah. I'm gonna bend down over to Mort and I guess either can I do like a medicine check to like see if he has like wounds or if
Yeah.
more I haven't really looked at him at all, so
Medicine, yeah, sure.
9.
9. You look over Mort, and when you guys kind of place him against a wall, sit him down, he's still passed out, slumped over. But you look at Mort, and you can tell one side of his face took a direct fire blast. His blue scales have darkened, painstakingly so. You can see his eye is closed, but if you were to prop it open, you would see his once blue iris is now a pained white. The pupil itself is dulled gray. You can tell his eye looks to be blinded.
All right. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on him.
Okay, you rest your hand onto his
Try
chest.
to help him out.
You cast Healing Word. Give me the number for his health regain.
Give me the
3.
number.
3. Okay. Yeah, you cast Healing Word. It heals upon him a blue glow, and his eyes flutter open. He sees drowsy. He's looking at both of you, and he's like, "Are we okay?"
We're better than we were, I guess. How are you okay? How do you feel?
You see more, like his eyes open more, and he's like, "I can't see."
You can't see at all?
Yeah. He's looking around. Demonia? Orbweave?
What does his I'm right here, buddy.
I can't see!
What does his other eye look like?
It's iris, blue. It seems to
Blue?
be
It's
healthy.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's
I'm gonna lean
looking
down.
up now. I can't see! He's panicking.
Hold on. It's all right. I'm going to try to calm him down, like place my hand on his shoulder. It's okay, buddy. Just give it a second. You know, you're kind of in shock right now. You got like blown up. Not blown up because you're still here, but there was a bomb or something. And
Where's
it's gonna
Demonia?
take a second. She's right here. Don't you
I'm
worry.
right here. Can I like lean down and like just like snap right in front of his eye that looks like it's okay, and just like do it quietly to see if he like reacts to it?
You bring your hand towards the eye that seems to be undamaged and snap your fingers quietly. And you see the eye does not react, and he's actually looking from a different direction than you are. And he says, "I can still hear." And he's looking away from you, but speaking to you.
Can I cast Charm Person on him?
Sure.
Okay.
Parameters.
I need him to calm down. Wisdom savings throw of 14. And it's
You get a 14.
they're charmed until all right.
So you saved.
Okay, well fine. Never mind.
I'm in pain and you're trying to put magic on me?
I'm trying to calm you down.
Why would I want to calm down? I can't see!
That would be why, kid, because I can't fix that.
I'm justified in being panicked!
All
Where's
right.
Skylar?
I have
Hey.
no idea.
We don't know where he is. We had to get out of there, buddy.
Get him where?
Where we were. We're not far, but we're safer right here. There's a lot less people.
You see Mort looks down the alleyway, and you can tell he's looking toward where the screaming is coming from. But he's not talking anymore.
I'm so sorry, buddy. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see again.
You see his head, like, looks back to Orbweeb. Why is my instinct to make a joke right now? You see his head looks back to Orbweeb, and he just stays silent.
I could deafen him.
Why would you do that?
I'm just kidding. I was looking through my spells and I was like, can I do anything? And I saw blindness, deafness, and I was like,
Give him
well,
more handicaps. Yeah.
I can make it worse. That's what I can do.
Don't worry, buddy.
It just goes silent for him. It's
Mort
horrible.
finally speaks out after a moment of silence, and he says, "What happened?"
I think someone had a bomb. And I think they were near us.
It was those hunted guys! I heard them talking!
You're right,
Was
kid.
it?
They said they were going to plan an attack, and they really wanted money!
I
He's
think
looking down
they're,
towards the ground now.
I think they're succeeding in what they wanted. I'm so sorry.
His
Well,
head
we need-
kind of just slumps back towards the brick, and he kind of just like leans back, and you can tell he's withdrawing himself from the situation, almost like he's disassociating. like he's
I'm
given
gonna
up.
look over to Des Moines yet and just, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do right now. At all.
Well, we got to get out of this town. Well, everyone's in a panic.
And go where?
Out
And
of the town. We've been to plenty of towns. We don't have to be in this one anymore. It's obviously not a habitable place to be. That other guy broke us out of jail. Awesome, great. We don't have to deal with that right now.
okay.
I can't be around any of these people.
I don't think anyone can be here right now. uh,
I'm gonna just stop and like lean against the building too and slump down for a second and be like, well, we
Catch your
have the
breath.
time to rest. Yeah.
yeah,
And
I
like
guess
motion
I'll
for Orweeb to just
join her and just slump against the wall on the other side of Mort.
Demonia, looking at Orbweeb, you take in her new hairstyle. You look upon it, and it looks kind of like... Alright, Skylar. You are down towards the ground, and you have taken a lot of damage to your left arm. You look down the road, and you see the circus is pulling out. What do you want to do? You're muted.
Amongst,
Oh, never mind.
am I?
No,
Okay.
just the first syllables.
Yeah. Amongst the chaos, Skylar's gonna make his way towards the prison where he was told that Mr. Adelberry's body was at, and try and take the body.
Okay, so your path to the prison is
Mhm.
blocked heavily.
Yeah,
How do you want to go
very
about this?
obscured.
Climb the roofs. That worked out so well for you the first time.
Getting up there was
Yeah.
fine.
it's getting
The
down.
getting down. Is there any way to maneuver through the people, or is it just like overall chaos throughout?
So, I'm giving you pretty much free reign on how you want to go about it, but there is not really a clear path. You're going to have to get people out of your way. Or get out of their way.
Okay.
But it's panic. What you're seeing right now, there's people throwing bricks into store windows. There's nearby buildings closing doors and blocking them off. People have gone from being terrified to being angry. And
So
there's
it's
a
July
growing...
2020.
Yeah, there's like a growing riot. And people are just terrified. They're terrified into angry. Some are grabbing at family members who have passed away. Some are literally split into grabbing at their own guts before they pass away. Just bodies everywhere. The explosion was massive.
When I was on the roof, did I happen to see alleyways that could, instead of taking the main road, is there a back way? Like, could I pass through alleyways?
So on the main roof, yeah, there was alleyways you could take to get to, the back sides of the town.
Yeah, he probably would have taken that, 'cause trying to go through that with the
Yeah.
way his arm is, he's not gonna be able to maneuver.
Yeah,
through
so
there
you turn
gracefully.
around and you step towards an alleyway from the building where you attacked the man. And you step into the alleyway, and it goes on for a while, there's some turns, but the alleyway does go on to some, back neighborhoods, things like that. You step into the alleyway, and for a moment, there's a little bit of silence for you as you're walking through it. What are you thinking about? What's on your mind?
He's thinking that his arm really hurts, for one.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to prioritize. He knows that the group he was with Corwin, and he'd like to save them, but his main thing is to bring Corwin back. And yes, he'd like to save people, which he would able to stop the secondary attack, so he sees that as a win in itself.
Yeah.
But he's got to go with his primary objective, which was to bring back Corwin Adelberry. And
right now, you
secondary
are
is
heading
the-
away from the prison.
away, trying to loop back around.
So you're going to try to loop around?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because right now you're heading away.
He's trying to avoid the crowd, try and take the long route.
'Kay.
And then get back to the prison.
Okay. At some point, you will have to cross the main street, though, as it directly divides these two parts of
Yep.
town. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're continuing through these alleyways, taking turns, beginning to figure out your loopage, you may continue on your thoughts.
He's going to, while he's walking, he's going to pull out his journal. And he's going to just put a few notes on what's happened so far as the, see, his most recent one was he at the tavern. So he's going to talk about him talking to the potion shop guy, and that he has a ghost phoenix there. And he's going to write about that. Then about the prison break. Then climbing on top of the roof and then getting shot in the shoulder by a child. And how eventful that was. And then attacking the skeleton people, and then how once killed, the main one was not a skeleton, was you said a half-elf?
Yep.
Yeah, you can put dark hair, brown eyes, commoner clothing. Two escaped heading, would that be north?
Say again?
The direction that they were heading, the two that escaped, were they heading north?
They were heading east.
East? Okay, so you're
Yeah.
going to put that they're heading east, and then he's going to put down descriptions that he had of them.
Yep.
And that next note that he is heading to the prison next, and close the book and put it back into his satchel. And
As you finish that thought and you write down your last sentence and you go to prepare to put away your book, a man comes stumbling down another alleyway to the alley you're in, looping around. You see he's holding his stomach and he just kind of tumbles towards a wall, falls into it, and like leans down and slowly drops down to the ground. You see it's a human, skinny, in his 20s, darker skin. He has like short, stubbly brown hair, brown eyes. And he has leather clothing, leather boots. He seems to be of the adventurer type. Looking upon him, you can tell he's dexterous. He has side daggers, no real sword, but a lot of throwing daggers, side daggers, small arms. He leans against the building wall and kind of slumps downward and looks to you and goes, "That was." Some blood pours out of his mouth when he says that. We see pulls his hand away from his stomach and there's blood just pooling.
you look a little worse for wears.
He looks up at you and he's like, "You should see the other guys."
I wish I could help with some aid, but as far as curing such a thing, I believe you're going to become septic at some point based on where your wound is located.
He looks down. He's like, "It was a good time. Until today. Can you do me a favor?" He looks up to you weakly.
Possibly.
He pulls out a letter with a seal on it of red ink, unbroken. He puts it out by his feet, holding it between his thumb and index finger. It's like, "You bring this letter." More blood comes pulling out of his mouth. "Bring this letter to..." His head falls backward, and the letter goes falling down to his feet. He lets go and slumps.
He's going to walk forward and pull the thumb off and look at the letter and see if there happens to be a name or a direction.
You look upon the letter, the red ink with the seal unbroken. Do you open it? Or do you look at the other side?
I'm going to flip it over, see if there's
Okay.
anything on the other side that's written.
You flip the letter and you see it says, "To the Red Dragon from Chelsea."
Any idea who the Red Dragon is?
No, you have no idea.
He's going to...
If you want, you can give me a history check on what you can recall, but nothing comes to mind at the moment.
Would it be anything fey, fiend, or undead.
Actually, hold on a second. Fiend, yes.
Okay. So that is part of my Hunter's Bane.
Okay.
So that would put me on advantage for history checks for undead.
And Fiend.
Yep, fey, fiend, and undead.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me advantage. The DC is still pretty high, but
That's a 16 for the first one. That was a nat 1.
oh, I'm not
Fuck.
getting your rolls.
No.
Did you roll to self by accident?
Shouldn't have. All I do is click the button. Oops.
Okay. I guess try to figure that out. But what was the higher roll?
16.
Okay, keep fidgeting with it. You try to recall. The only thing you can really figure out is that they were some kind of artist.
Some kind of artist?
Yeah.
Like the red dragon is the name.
The red dragon
of
was
the-
was related to some kind of artist. Whether the owner of the red dragon was an artist, whether the red dragon itself was some kind of artist.
Okay, he's going to are the individual, are their eyes still open?
They are still open, yeah.
Okay.
Lifeless,
He's going to
but
close them.
okay. You take your two fingers and you close his eyes forever. A man you didn't know, an adventurer, much like yourself, aspirations probably similar to yours. He, never even giving you his name, trusted you with this letter for reasons you're not sure why.
The Skylar will look to him and kind of give him a quick little head nod. And then while doing so, do a quick check for any health potions that this guy might have.
Give me investigation.
Okay.
I respect that. I don't want to rob him or anything, but
Fuck. That's a 4.
I'm still not seeing your rolls. Is anybody else seeing them?
no.
Maybe close
Coming
the
up
page,
with a-
refresh it. You guys usually figure
At
it out
least
pretty
he's
quick.
not like rolling really well and it's not showing up. He's like, I got a fucking 4.
Yeah.
No lying about that.
One's gonna lie about rolling a fucking 4.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm reopening it to see if
Okay.
it fixes it. Because it's coming up in the logs.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
it?
not seeing it in the logs.
I'm not seeing it either. The last one was 16 minutes ago. It's Bartholomew.
Yeah, same. We gotta keep this moving though. You fumble through his pack. You don't find much, but with your roll, you find one health potion.
Yeah, I'm going to drink that.
Okay. You restore yourself 1d4 plus 2.
Fucking 1.
Still not popping up.
The game
okay.
log isn't even loading for me.
Really?
Yeah, it just keeps telling me to retry.
Damn.
So we cannot load your game log.
I want to refresh my
Why
page.
not?
Well, that's doing whatever it's doing. So you take down the potion. How much did you heal?
3.
3. It's something.
It's something.
That's
Oh yeah, mine says there's no rolls for this campaign. What?
not at all.
Maybe
Fuck we been
D&D
doing here?
Beyond
You're
is just-
telling me.
You're telling
doing
me
an
a
update?
year later, there's no rolls. It's like, yeah, it's like not. I think that the website itself is having an issue.
And the app.
Yeah.
And the app too. Yeah, so it's probably the
That's
D&D
what I'm
server.
using. Yeah.
Because it's like not even loading the website for me right now.
All right. Well, the rest of the game is based off trust, guys.
Freaking A.
I'm rolling nat 20s.
Look at that success.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's like
What's the DC again?
Yeah, I
What's the
passed.
DC again? Because I got over that.
Yeah, I passed. Yeah,
'Cause I
because
got
whatever it
over
is,
that.
I got more.
I can...
It says D&D Beyond is experiencing technical difficulties and they are working on it.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
no shit. Wow.
One game every 2
Okay.
weeks and it has to be the day of at the right time. Okay. That's annoying.
1
all right.
p.m. Pacific time. They're having
D&D's
difficulty.
down. Okay. Fine. Fine. Skylar, you heal. Demonia, or we've been Mort.
gonna
you guys, what are you doing?
Sitting
wanna-
on the fucking ground, contemplating suicide.
Wow.
Wow. That's
Or
not what
Weeb's at a
Demonia's
loss.
doing.
Orb Weeb is at a loss.
I'm gonna look at Orb and be like, maybe that guy we found might be able to help us.
Demonia. Now looking at Orb Weeb's head, you take in the new hairstyle brought upon her. It is
That
a bob.
sent Orb over the fucking edge.
Can I make a what am I traded?
It's a bob.
No,
It's a fuck ass Bob.
it's a fuck ass.
And it's janked up too because it's on
Yeah.
fire. So it's like different
that's
layers.
so
Uneven.
uneven. Fucked up.
It's
Can
uneven.
I do, like,
it's singed. It's kind of like a darkened brown a little bit. Lost a little bit of the red voluptuousness. Yeah.
I want to make like a check to make it like cover how fucked up that looks on my face. Like I want to, you know what I mean? Like hide, like it doesn't even look that bad, but like Demonia
deception?
really thinks it looks bad. Deception.
You want to do deception? Okay.
Yeah, like just like I'm like it's not even that bad, but like Demonia's not convinced of that.
Okay.
16.
16.
Good.
Hey, it popped up that time.
It's not on this screen.
On Firefox, but not Internet Explorer. So I'm running both.
Yeah, I've been using Firefox. Because Google Chrome's about to steal all your shit. Look it up.
I don't even use Google Chrome.
Good.
Firefox
Takes too
for the
much
win.
RAM.
Firefox.
All right, well,
I don't know
can
what that
fix
means.
this real fast. Hold on a second. Sorry for the delay.
Our characters are just frozen, like.
Yeah, they're like, I want.
They're buffering. Get back in your box.
It's not the
Rolls.
most
Like a
efficient.
little box.
Go to your home.
Go to your home. I just watched that movie like a week ago.
Don't you want to go to your home?
I fucking love that movie.
Why is it like this?
Is it like this?
This is why I need to hire a tech. Okay. All right. So we have rolls again. I think.
Mine aren't coming up.
No?
We have some people's rolls again.
Wait,
we have
Demonia, give me a
Monica's
roll.
rolls.
Because I saw it pop up,
Right.
dude. But now it's not on the game log.
I just rolled 2, so you can let me know if that pops up.
I rolled 2 also.
No. I swear to
All
God, I
right.
saw the 16, but it's not on the game log. Whatever. Fine.
Taunting you.
Fine. Wait, roll one more time. I see it on the character
Yeah.
sheet.
Yeah, I see it.
So on the character sheets, it pops up. So
Oh, I should have rolled performance. I'm
What
just
is
rolling
happening?
shit now.
I really want to
It's-
fix.
D&D's Beyond's way of telling us to go play Baldur's Gate.
It really is though. Now, like,
It said, just try again next time, guys. Just
We're fixing it.
It's a we're fucking trying, okay?
listen, I'm
Roll
on fire
initiative.
right now, and I wanted to end this fast.
That's fair. That's fair. I didn't
Or
either.
we've got a
but
fuck ass Bob and we have to address it.
Orweeb does
elements.
that's the
I was
last
like-
thing she wants to address.
That was like me in November.
Kind of.
Uh,
You could
Who's
actually
that?
kind of see it. Oh my gosh.
wow.
Somebody roll something. Okay, good. I'm not even gonna touch it. Let me open up a new window real fast. Okay. Okay. It's janky, but it's there. So,
It's happening.
I think it's also only showing Des Moines.
really?
I think.
All
So.
right, fine, fine.
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's not your fault. It's not your fault. But fine, whatever. We
Why
wasted
are we
too much
only
time.
holding me accountable?
We've wasted too much time.
Okay.
Okay. She has a fuck ass bob. You want to do a deception to conceive her that it's not. What'd you
I
roll?
want to
16.
try to I want to try to convince her really, no, it's not. It looks great. Like it's kind of a new fun hairstyle for you. I think it's nice.
You give.
That's her reaction. She's just staring.
Give me
at
an
her.
intelligence save.
Me?
Or we, yeah.
Roll low, babe. For you.
You
For my
don't
own fucking
want to
sake.
know.
You gotta beat a 16.
7.
You are convinced that. What'd you say,
Maybe it's
Demonia?
not that bad.
It's not that bad.
I said something like, I was like, it's just like a new style, you know? I think it looks really fun. I think maybe the hair gods just spiced you up a little today. I have in my bag, this might be kind of a stretch, but I have a disguise kit and a clothes and costumes kit. Is there any chance I have hair clippers, or something that I could trim her hair
I mean, I would
with?
say yeah. You could you have some kind of clippers
Okay.
to trim it up a little bit.
Could I try to just even it out a little bit?
The funny thing, yeah, I'll let you. But my whole thing is there's chaos in the streets. Your party member is completely blinded, but Demonia's like, no, we have to fix the hair.
It's because I'm trying to rally the little spirits
I get it.
our party possesses.
Yeah, you pull out your clippers and you start reaching for Orweeb's head.
I'm gonna say to her before, be like, there's just a couple spots. Do you mind if I just even it out? I've done this a million times. I think it'll make you feel a lot better. Let's get that burnt stuff off.
Orweeb's
Up in
never
the
had her
top
hair cut.
left, Skylar approves. Goes across the screen.
Skylar approves.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
You're gonna look great.
Orweeb's just gonna hang her head down and close her eyes.
Well,
It's
I'm-
not happening.
Do I have to roll for that, or can I just do it?
You have to roll for it. Give me a dex check.
Okay.
You fuck it up more, dude.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Give you really fucked up bangs.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah.
19 plus 1.
You
Yeah.
you get it evened up. It's
All
It went
right.
from
Looking
fuck-ass
good.
Bob to Bob.
Yeah.
layered. It's evened up. It actually
Alright.
almost looks like Orweeb has had that style for a long time. You managed
I'm
to
gonna look-
recover it. The ends are frayed and crispy, but from about a few feet away, it looks like that's just a normal hairstyle.
I'm gonna
It's
look at it and
edgy,
go, see? Now you've got a whole new look. I like it. I like the sharpness. And while I'm kind of doing that, in the process of that, I'm gonna be like, all right, so we've got to get a plan together here. We need to, I think, maybe that guy Skylar might have some help for us. Maybe he even knows somebody who can help Mort. He seems to know a lot of powerful people.
Where would
I-
we even find him?
I know he was real quick. Did we know he was up on the roof? We set him up there.
You saw him
right?
on the roof. Yep, you sent him up
Okay.
there.
I think
I'm
that's the
gonna say-
last place we saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the last
Um,
place you saw him was on that rooftop.
Yeah.
Not the
So
one
I'm gonna-
across the way, but the one he was on.
Mm-hmm. You're like, why don't we go back there and see if we see him and just try, and the next place he's going to try to go is Corwin's body. I'm sure. That's all he can talk about. Maybe we can find him there.
So the plan is to go towards the people you don't want to go to. And you're even stressing that we don't go towards. And you want to go back to the prison?
Here's my theory. Let me see. Look, I can't run into those people. You're right. But I just want to see where they're at because I don't know what else we can do. I can't think of anybody else that's in a position of power that's on our good side right now.
I think I have a better idea. A safer one, at least.
What's that?
How about you and Mort get out of here? You can't be here. Mort obviously cannot be here. Just try to find an inn somewhere around this city. It doesn't even have to be in this city. I will go try to find Skylar. And
I'm
find
not going to
you
leave
guys.
you to run through this crowd by yourself. You'll die. You're way too weak.
Or Weeb's fuck ass
Don't
Bob.
even fucking
Oh,
get
send it in the
fuck
chat.
Out of here.
I want to see the fuck ass spot.
Negativity.
The
out of my goddamn face.
color is a little bit darker, and
Aw.
and yeah, it's layered, but it's a fuck ass Bob. Can go ahead and continue.
Fuck ass Bob. I'm not. You are way too weak to traverse this city on your own. I have seen you in combat. You run away. You cannot track this man down on your own. And I can't lose a third party member in a matter of days. So you will come with me.
But that's the thing, is that I can get away. You can trust that I can run away. If I'm in a situation that I can't beat, I'll run away and I'll come straight for you and Mort.
But you won't know where we are.
But we all can't run away. And we all can't go back to the prison. Mort is literally blind.
Maybe I can't find anybody. Maybe he can help us.
That's what I'm saying. I'll go find him, but we're all gonna die if we try to go back to that prison. We're all gonna die if we probably try to go back through that crowd. At least I can try to turn into a mouse or something and scurry. But I can't do that with you and Mort.
What if we hid somewhere and kept an eye on you?
Okay. We can do
But
that.
if it gets too much,
Or you guys can
come
stay
back.
here if you want, like right in this spot. And I'll be back before sundown.
Okay. But I'm not leaving this town without you.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna look over at Mort, be like, alright, we are gonna hunker down. And Orbweeb is gonna go find help. And then you won't be blind anymore.
You
And
see,
I'm gonna look at Orbweeb.
Mort stands up, and he looks down at his feet, trying to, and looks
He
up,
looks down.
Head down.
looks down to the noise of the crowds, and he goes, I want to help.
Here's
Baby,
how you can
I
help.
don't know how you're gonna help.
No, I can tell you, we're gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me every single thing
No!
you know that happened before the attack
Corwin
happened.
would help if he was here.
He wouldn't if he
I'm gonna
couldn't
help.
see.
Can I cast
Yes, he
Charm
would.
Person on him?
No,
again?
he wouldn't. Because then
You already failed once, no.
Mort, please just
No.
listen to me. How are
No.
you gonna help? Tell me. Okay, then tell me how you're gonna help. Tell me your plan.
You're blind.
You can't see, kiddo. We gotta try to get your sight back so you can be helpful, so you can continue on. We all need help right now. All three of us. We are not in any sort of position to go out and try to fight anybody. I'm not even going to go out and try to fight anybody. I'm going to go try to find help. Because we all need help. I'm going to put my hands on his shoulders and just say, please listen to me. I will be back before sundown. I promise. I will be right back in this spot, with or without help. And then if I don't find anybody, then the three of us will do our best. But right now, I need you to be safe. Please.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Mort. And I'm gonna like bring him in for a little hug. I
You
always
hug
think
him?
I always think that I'm like bigger than him, but I'm like the same size as him, if
You
not
are.
fucking smaller.
You're
like,
You're literally 2
this is
inches
just
taller.
this is just two children talking to each other.
It's why he relates to you so much. It's because you're the same age.
You hug him, but he doesn't hug back.
That's okay.
You can feel a lack of life coming from him, and his efforts to try to help are like in vain, obviously, but like, and with the last of his energy wanting to have purpose before it faded.
I'm gonna. All right, I'm just gonna tap him on the shoulder. I'm gonna look over to Des Moines and say, "Just stay right here. Be safe. If something happens in this area and you guys have to get away, try to stay within the same block if you can, so I at least have an area to look for you guys in. And if not, I'm gonna just point down we were on that side street still, right?
Hmm.
We were like down an alley, yeah, down
Down
that
an
side
alley
street.
off of the side street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, if you have to flee, like further, like there's more bombs, anything like that, go down this like that side street that's on the end of this alley. Just go continue down it away from the main road. And I will, if I don't find you guys in this area or in this block, I will make my way down the road and I will search every building, every corner, every alley until I find you guys. Okay?
I can do that.
Moore
Alright.
is unresponsive.
I'm gonna kind of shuffle in my shoes a little bit, just uncomfortable, because I don't know what to do with this kid. Never
Okay.
have.
Or Weeb, you head out.
All right, Orbweeb heads out, and I'm going to cast healing word on myself as I'm walking down the alley.
Okay, or Weeb, you turn from your party mates and you start making way for the chaos before you. You see people are in the view of what you can see of the main road. People are running around. You see fights are happening. You watch one man clocks another one in the jaw with a right hook. You see people are tackling each other as riots are breaking out. You see people are stealing from one another as what was a tragedy and a terrible day has turned into riots and angry outcry. You see people are yelling, "Where's the Royal Army? Where are they when we need them?" You see it's turning into political outcry. And as you march toward it, you can feel it was what was once your hair that flowed in the wind now no longer does, as the bangs in front of your face kind of get in your eye a little bit as you brush them out. You bring out your right hand and you slap yourself on the chest, and your whole body glows blue for a moment, and you heal as you make your first steps out into the chaos of the crowd. And that is where we will end the session.
Uh,
Ugh.
uh,
Drama. It's killing me. I'm so scared.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared right now. I'm so
scared right now.
Orweeb's trying to put on a brave face. Call it a second wind, if you will.
Yeah.
She's so brave. She's
Yeah.
so
I mean, you
brave.
guys are in. You guys are in chaos. I mean, O'Flanagan's missing.
This is like survival mode now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was once a coming into a town to figure out why there's children missing, and the disappearance of random civilians has now become a terrorist attack, and you guys are being thrown into utter chaos, layered over more chaos. In what was once a tourist town, now will become infamous for an onslaught of a terrorist attack and riots.
Yeah.